Good day, everyone. Today, we will present our invoice processing workflow simulation, a structured system designed to efficiently process 200 vendor invoices per week with strong quality control, built-in validation checkpoints, and supervisor review to ensure accuracy, prevent errors, and protect company finances. So first, we have the input stage. What happens here? Vendor invoices are received via email or PDF format using Gmail or Outlook. These are collected daily in batches. So this stage ensures all invoices enter the system in an organized way. So since invoices arrive electronically, it reduces paper handling and allows faster processing. So the daily batch will be 30 minutes, ensures that no invoice is missed and all files are accounted for before processing begins. So time estimated will be 30 minutes daily. So tools will be used is Gmail or Outlook. So the second one is the preparation stage. What happens here? Invoices are renamed, sorted, and logged into a tracking system using File Manager and Excel. So this stage organizes the invoices before data extraction. So renaming file using standard format, example, vendor name underscore date underscore invoice number. So prevents confusion. So logging invoices in Excel helps monitor status and prevents duplicate processing. So proper preparation reduces errors in later stages. So time estimated will be 1 hour. Tools use File Manager and Excel. So the next will be the decision point. Is PDF readable? If yes, proceed to entry stage. If no, request resend from vendor. So this quality checkpoint ensures the PDF is clear and readable before data extraction. If the file is corrupted or blurry, it is sent back to the vendor. So this prevents incorrect data, extraction, and calculation errors. So this is the first error handling procedure in the workflow.
This time I will explaining entry stage and the validation stage. So what happens in the entry stage? So data is extracted using OCR or the optical character recognition and manually entered into the accounting system. Data extracted includes vendor name, invoice number, date, line items, and total amount. So the purpose of the entry stage is OCR software speeds up the data extraction, especially for structured invoices. However, manual checking is still necessary to handle multiple line items and ensure numerical accuracy. This stage takes approximately 5 minutes per invoice. And the tool we use is the OCR software, which is the accounting system. After the entry stage, we go down to the validation stage. So what happens in the validation stage? It happened the system performs field and total checks using built-in validation rules. So checks include required fields are not empty, correct data format like date, invoice number. Then quantity and price are greater than 0. And the last is total amount equals sum of line items. So the purpose of validation stage is to ensure accuracy before approval. Automated validation rules reduce human errors and ensure numerical consistency. For example, the total must match the sum of a line items. So this protects the company from overpayment or underpayment. So this estimates 2 minutes per invoice. So the tools we used is system validation rules. This time, I will explaining the decision point or the any validation errors. So if yes, it will return to the entry stage. If no, it will proceed to the verification storage or stage. So what is the purpose of this validation errors? So if errors are detected, the process loops back to the entry stage. This ensures mistakes are corrected before moving forward. This loop strengthens quality control and prevents incorrect payments. This is the second error handling checkpoint in the workflow. Then it will proceed to the verification stage. So what's happened in the verification stage? So verification stage, as supervisors reviews 10% processed invoice daily. So this stage acts as a secondary quality control. Even if validations rules pass, human reviews can detect unusual patterns or suspicious values. Sampling ensures efficiency while maintaining strong oversight. So the time estimates 30 minutes daily and the tools used are the audit log. And then it will proceed to the storage stage. So what happened in the storage stage? So it will process invoice are saved in the database and backed up to the secure cloud storage. So this stage, secure storage ensures data integrity, confidentiality, and easy retrieval for audits or payment approval. Immediate backup prevents data loss due to the system failure. So the time estimate is like immediately. Then the tools we use is the secure cloud storage.
So I will be discussing the final stage of the workflow, which is the reporting stage. Here. So in this stage, a daily report is generated. This report summarizes all processed invoices and highlights any errors encountered during processing. This stage is very important because it gives management full visibility of the operation. So the report typically shows three key things. First, number one, the invoices processed for a day. Second, the errors encountered during validation or processing. The last one is the pending items that still need action or correction. Because of this reporting, the organization improves transparency and support faster and better decision making, especially for payment approvals. So the estimated time to complete this stage is around 30 minutes daily. And the main tool used here is an Excel dashboard for tracking and visualization. So how the workflow ensures quality? The workflow maintains high data quality through several controls. There are two decision checkpoints, which check PDF readability and validation errors. There are automated validation rules to reduce manual mistakes. There is a supervisor sampling, where 10% of entries are checked for accuracy. There is secure storage and audit logs to track all activities. And lastly, there is an error loopback mechanism which ensures mistakes are corrected before final processing. For estimated total weekly processing time for 200 invoices, for data entry, 5 minutes per invoice multiplied by 200 invoices equals 1,000 minutes or approximately 16.7 hours. For validation, 2 minutes per invoice multiplied by 200 invoices equals 400 minutes or approximately 6.7 hours. For all other stages combined, the estimated total is about 6 hours overall. The total estimated processing time per week is around 29 to 30 hours.
Vendor name. This ensures that the invoice is linked to a legitimate supplier. Making it required prevents missing information and restricting characters, avoids encoding errors or system rejection. For number 2, invoice number. The invoice number must follow a standard format to maintain consistency and traceability. This helps prevent confusion and supports easy searching and auditing. The third is the invoice date. So, preventing future dates avoids early or fraudulent entries. Ensuring a valid date format reduces system errors during payment scheduling.
This time, I will explain the 4 and 5 validation rule. So the validation number 4 is the quantity. So quantity, this rule ensures that the quantity of each item must always be greater than 0. Since invoices contain multiple line items, it is important to prevent blank, zero, or negative values because this can cause incorrect calculations and inaccurate totals. This validation helps maintain data accuracy and prevents billing errors. Next is the validation number 5. It is the unit price. So this ensures that the price per item must also be greater than 0. The unit price is essential because it is used to calculate the total cost of each line item and the overall invoice amount. This rule helps prevent underpayment, overpayment, and incorrect billing.
Number 6. Line item total. This rule checks if each item total is mathematically correct. It helps prevent wrong totals caused by OCR reading numbers incorrectly. Number 7. Total amount. This is very important rule. The final total must match the sum of all line items. This helps prevent overpayment or underpayment. Number 8. Duplicate invoice check. This rule helps stop paying the same invoice twice. The system checks if the invoice number already exists automatically.
Why you design the workflow this way? I designed this workflow to create a structured, systematic, and controlled process for handling 200 vendor invoices per week. Invoice processing directly impacts financial transactions, payment approvals, and company cash flow. Even small data entry errors, such as incorrect totals, duplicate invoices, or wrong vendor information, can lead to financial loss, delayed payments, damage, vendor relationships, or audit issues. Therefore, accuracy and accountability are critical. The workflow is divided into 7 stages: input, preparation, entry, validation, verification, storage, and reporting. Each stage has a clear purpose and logical sequence. The input and preparation stages focus on organization and control before data entry begins. The entry stage combines OCR technology with manual review to balance speed and accuracy. These validation and verification stages act as a quality control checkpoints with built-in decision points and error loops. Finally, storage and reporting ensure secure record keeping and transparency. This design follows the principle of prevent errors early rather than fix them later. By adding structured checkpoints and separating responsibilities, the workflow minimizes risk while maintaining efficiency. How your design ensures quality. The workflow ensures quality through multiple layers of control and monitoring. First, There are decision checkpoints such as is the PDF readable? If the invoice file is corrupted or unclear, it is immediately returned to the vendor. This prevents incorrect data extraction at the very beginning. Second, the validation stage applies system-based rules to check. Required fields are not empty. Data formats are correct or invoice number, date. Numerical values are valid or quantity and unit price greater than 0. Line item totals are correct. Overall total matches the sum of line items. Duplicate invoice numbers are not present. If any validation rule fails, the workflow loop back to the entry stage for correction. This prevents incorrect information from reaching approval. Third, the verification stage adds human oversight. A supervisor reviews 10% of processed invoices daily. If the detected error rate exceeds 2%, additional sampling is conducted. This ensures accountability and continuous performance improvement. Finally, secure storage, audit logs, and reporting dashboards create transparency and traceability. Every invoice can be tracked, reviewed, and audited if needed. By combining automation, validation rules, sampling, and reporting workflow creates a strong quality assurance system. Bulol, bulol. If any validation rule fails, the workflow loops back to the entry stage for correction. This prevents incorrect information from reaching approval. Third, the verification stage adds humans oversight. A supervisor reviews 10% of processed invoices daily. If the detected error rate exceeds 2%, additional sampling is conducted. This ensures accountability and continuous performance improvement. Finally, secure storages, audit logs, and reporting dashboards create transparency and traceability. Every invoice can be tracked, reviewed, and audited if needed. By combining automation, validation rules, sampling, and reporting, the workflow creates a strong quality assurance system.
And now I will discuss what improvements could be made with more resources such as time, money, and staff. With additional resources, several improvements could significantly enhance both efficiency and accuracy. The invoice processing workflow. First, if more budget were available, the company could invest in AI powered OCR software with machine learning capabilities. This advanced technology can better recognize multi-line items and different invoice formats. As a result, it would reduce manual corrections, improve accuracy, and speed up processing time. Second, an automated email to accounting system integration could be implemented. This means invoices received through email would automatically be transferred into the accounting system. This would eliminate manual downloading and file renaming, reducing human error and saving valuable time. Then third, with more time and funding, the company could develop a real-time performance dashboard. This dashboard would allow management to monitor invoice processing rates, track errors, trends, and check approval status instantly. This helps management make faster and better decisions. Finally, the last, if additional staff were hired, the workload per employee would decrease. This would reduce fatigue-related errors and improve overall productivity. Instead of checking only 10% of invoices, the company could also perform 100% verification, ensuring even higher quality and accuracy.
Key assumptions we made. Several assumptions were made in designing this workflow. First is all invoices are received in standard PDF format via email. Second, the PDFs are generally clear and compatible with OCR technology. Third, OCR software is available and properly configured. Fourth, the accounting system supports built-in validation rules. Fifth, two trained staff members are assigned to handle processing. Sixth, the average processing time per invoice approximately 7 minutes. And lastly, the volume remains stable at around 200 invoices per week. Estimated total processing time for the complete workflow. The estimated average time per invoice is approximately 7 minutes. Entry stage 5 minutes, validation stage 2 minutes, and the additional time for preparation, verification, and reporting is distributed across daily operations. For 200 invoices, 200 times 7 minutes equals 1,400 minutes. 1,400 minutes divided by 60 equals approximately 23 to 25 hours per week. With two staff members working simultaneously, the total workload can be completed within approximately 3 working days. The remaining time in the week can be used for verification, sampling, reporting, and handling exceptions. Overall, this workflow was carefully designed to balance speed, accuracy, accountability, and efficiency. It minimizes financial risk through structured stages, validation rules, decision checkpoints, and supervisor oversight. At the same time, it remains practical and achievable within existing resources. This approach ensures reliable invoice processing, protects company finances, and supports smooth payment approvals.